Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got another awesome video for you guys. We're
Hello,
gonna
buddies.
be working on a friend's car over here. Now we got two friends' cars in the garage right now. Two projects, kind of. Well, two not running cars. This one is a little bit more complete than that one, I would say. This one, so this one belongs to our friend Avila. You've probably seen his cars around on the page. We shared a. He's got a. If you guys think we're crazy about these cars, VW nuts. That guy, he's probably a little bit crazier than us.
He's got really nice stuff.
He's got a lot of nice, like cool old stuff. Like we only have our old school stuff. Probably be the Mark II, the red one, the Mark I Rabbit, the Cabriolet, and that's it.
That's pretty much
Three.
Yeah.
He has like six. He has like 5 or 6, like Mark I's.
Yeah,
he has no. Yeah, Mark I's. He only has Mark I's.
Mark I's and the Sabeiro, which I don't know what generation that thing will be, but
that's like
all he does is Mark I's and what else? I don't even know.
That's all he. Mark I's. Yeah. I'm talking about the old school stuff.
The cool stuff.
Yeah, so he has probably the one that you guys have seen around. We shared it a few times. A black Caddy with the 3.6 VR in it. He's got the BBS, the E50s. I think they are the ones that stick out. Yeah. The faces stick out like crazy. The motorsport wheels, E52s, something like that. I don't know too much about those, but this right here, this is another one of his cars. It's been through several iterations, several versions. We've kind of helped him out as well throughout those several versions. He's had a 2.0 ABA. That was like the first like, swap.
Even before Shea Bay, this car used to be silver. We did the very first thing we did it was the ABA. Then we did the air ride for him, and then he ended up changing the color. And then went with the AVA supercharged with the Van Burner charger, and now it's going in this VR6.
Yeah.
But just the exterior as well. We've been through a couple of different.
Yeah, we've probably known this car for I don't know, 4 or 5.
More.
4 or 5 years?
No. He's got this car for like 8-10 years now.
But we didn't work on it back then.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I don't remember that.
You were still little.
I don't remember that.
You were still little, that's why. Yeah, no, I mean,
I guess so.
First thing I did, it was the air suspension and the swap, the ABA swap.
Yeah, I remember that one. I remember the first swap we did on that car. That was the first time I remember working on this car. But yeah, a lot of history with this car. Has been through a lot of changes, but if you want to point the camera, get a little bit closer to the camera, as you guys can see, he has a 12-valve VR, completely shaved bay, with a little bit of OEM plus details around the entire engine bay. Like if you guys know the Mark I's, they have the chassis just going straight through, and there's a big hole just in the middle right here. He completely shaved that, and he's even running out the aluminum coolant pipes. Like, this is a full show build, I would say.
Yes, definitely. That's the goal with this one. I gotta do the wire harness. It's gonna be wire tack, everything. So we're gonna do hide pretty much everything, all the wiring. And also it's got the radiator with the coolant filler instead of oh no, wait, he's got the coolant bottle too. So, but anyways, that's the purpose of this build. It's gonna be show quality, and also like it's worth mentioning, he did all these, like all the mechanical pretty much. He pulled out the motor, he pulled out the wiring, and he went as far as you can see. Pretty much all the mechanical stuff. We're gonna look over, see what else we find. We notice something, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna just make sure it's all done right. Just double check pretty much. I know him and his son. That's the cool thing about it. They do a lot of things together, which is kind of what we do all the time, like father and son type of thing. So it's kind of cool that he's having his kid coming along.
Yeah, it's cool that he's into them. He likes the cars too.
Yeah, actually,
a lot of these kids nowadays, they want like RS3s and
all the new stuff.
I'm just like,
all the R's and Mark 6s, Mark 5s, and all newer stuff, which is fine.
I'm just playing with a friend.
Yeah, but oh yeah, for Aaron, you're talking about my buddy Aaron. Come on, man.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Different taste.
No, I'm just playing with it.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna watch this video. He's gonna complain about it.
If he watches this, I don't
know. We're just having fun. But anyways, I mean, his son has got a nice Sirocco now. I mean, we help him as well with the wiring and then AVA swap, and he's doing a full restore pretty much with all the paint and all that kind of stuff.
Something like this.
Something
Same
like this.
quality as this one.
So yeah,
Maybe like that.
that's gonna be cool. And now that's his project. That's his own project, which is kind of cool. You know.
Oh yeah. I
He's
love the
going,
surroundings.
he choose the color, he choose the power plant, he choose, you know, all the whatever.
That'd be nice.
So yeah.
Really nice. Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna get started on this thing right now. I'm probably gonna wait. I think my dad said it's probably a better idea to wait for the car to be outside to give you guys a full, complete walk around the car, just so it looks a little bit better.
Yeah,
and ignore the front bumper too. This is just temporary.
Yeah, this is just temporary. He's got the front bumper with a spoiler, different spoiler. And
Just
all that.
yeah, he just wanted to haul it with his bumper for now. I guess first steps. Let's try to mock up the engine harness, see how we're gonna route it, and we'll go from there.
I'm gonna hide it. I make it look nice.
So pretty much first steps, what we're gonna get started on right now is mocking up the original engine harness. Just gonna see how we're gonna be routing it. I know there isn't many videos of cars like this with shaved bays and things like that, especially Volkswagens, on YouTube mostly. But I mean, as you guys can see over here, the entire firewall is completely shaved off. There's no more holes. Everything's been covered up. So what we usually do, should we share where we route them?
Oh yeah, why not? Yeah, I mean, people when they go to shows they see what we do. So
Yeah, I guess. Just so you guys don't have to come out to the shows if you're in the other side of the country or something like that. We like to route them underneath the engine, so they're not visible. And we'll share a little bit more footage after that once it's all finished up. But
Yeah.
we're still mocking up the harness. Got it. You guys see the engine covers are taken off. Trying to see how we're gonna route it, and we still got to rewrap it as well. Put some new harness tape on it. And one thing my dad didn't mention to me was that this engine has actually been completely rebuilt. And I know I kind of misuse that term sometimes. Sometimes I use it as just a timing chain and reseal and things like that. But this engine is 100% completely brand new, been completely rebuilt, 0 miles essentially. So we just got to make sure not to when we try to crank it up for the first time, we got to make sure it doesn't start. Let it crank for a few times, so then
so we can build oil pressure.
Yeah, build some oil pressure.
Oil pressure first.
Get everything lubricated inside of there. All the fresh parts, everything, fresh internals that's inside it. All it has to be lubed up. So we just got to be cautious with that. Just a reminder for ourselves right there. So we'll see what we can get done today.
Yeah, I mean, we can you can share the little tip, so people know when you're doing the project. Sometimes you get excited that you want to get the car running, and you hopefully you never forget. But for us, when we do, I mean, when we know that we got to build oil pressure, we always try to not to connect the coil so we don't get any spark. Even when we do the timing chains and things like that, we like to crank the motor over a couple of times just to lubricate everything. So we just kind of disconnect the coil or anything that cuts your spark, so you 100% sure you're not gonna start the motor. So in this case, we just gonna put a little tape in here, so when we put everything together, that's a reminder for ourselves not to connect it until we crank it. So yeah, that works for us. So you guys figure what works for you, but that definitely works for us.
Nice down. Smoky. A lot of smoke. So that was the hole right there. That's where the engine harness is going to be passing through. So it can go into the chassis, connect up to the fuse box. ECU is going to be stored inside. I better not get any comments or anybody saying, "Oh, why are you cutting up a MK1 GTI? There's none of them left." Like,
well, no, we're not cutting it. We're just making a little.
Why are you ruining a GTI? They're so rare. They're so expensive.
No, I mean,
there's nothing.
In our defense, like, we just relocating that hole. That hole used to be up here, where the original harness come out, like this side and this side. So we delete those and we just relocate it. So don't
Yeah,
for
no.
that.
And I mean, the car is there's nothing original about the car anymore. Like, it's been repainted. The rain tray has been cut. All the holes have been covered. I think this was an AC car.
It was.
This was an AC car. Like, that's been covered up, deleted. So I don't think everything in this car has pretty much been modified at one point. So I mean, we're the type. I know there's a lot of people who are purists out there, but I think we're more the type of enjoy the cars while you have them, modify them, do what you want to do to them.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares about the resale value or
Yeah.
or things like? Obviously, we're not gonna destroy them. We're not gonna freaking.
No, hell no. We're just gonna make it look a lot better.
Yeah.
Be nicer.
Yeah, we're
I mean,
not.
Like you say, this is not that type of car. If it was all original with the original motor, original paint, interior, and all of that, then I would be agree 100%. Don't mess it up. Leave it the way it is.
Having fun?
A little bit.
There's a throttle body right there, getting a quick polish.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, quick polish, nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
So it looks decent. Because the other one, let me show you guys the other one real quick. The other throttle body that was on the car, it's actually broken. This part right here where the throttle cable attaches to broke off for some reason, so that one's no longer good. It's not really a repairable part, so unfortunately got to swap it out with that one. And it was a little bit crusty, a little bit corroded, so gonna be replacing with that one. Had to take off the intake pipe, and I think after that, one more thing down here where the hole was made. Can I get a good angle? Not really, but that hole is pretty much just ended up just filing down the edges. Gave it a quick touch up, and the harness is pretty much ready to run through there now. So
Oh, man, I
that yeah, you should have. You never do. How does it look?
Take a look.
Oh, that's pretty good. Better than the other one.
Oh yeah.
This is the other one.
Yeah, and this one was in worse condition than this, so I think it's gonna be fine. It looks clean. You know, nothing perfect. I know he's probably gonna take it off and do better than this, but for now, he just told me to clean it up a little bit, so that's what we're doing.
Me personally, I would have just painted it black. I wouldn't deal with a polished auto body.
Yeah, but it's got the polish up, so it's gonna look nice. Look, it's gonna be nice.
It does look good.
Yeah. So
It does look nice.
yeah, I think it was the right call.
Not for me personally. I don't know. Polished intake pipes, a polished coolant reservoir, even an intake manifold that's a flat, smooth surface. Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I had enough with the other one. With the global that we had fully polished, like that was just a lot.
Exactly.
That's why I went away from polish, but he's new to this, so he's gonna have fun every time going to the show.
Yeah, he is new to this. He is new to the polished stuff.
Polish all these stuff. It just.
He is. Yeah, I just
It's
realized
really nice,
that.
but it's so much work to maintain. That's the thing. Like it's so nice, but it's just like before we go to a show, I have to spend one evening,
An hour.
one afternoon,
One
kind of
afternoon.
washing the car and polishing everything. It was just too much.
Yeah.
I spend more time polishing that thing than driving it. So yeah, pretty much.
Manual crank up. Yeah, this is just the first few crank ups. Like as we said, so we get the oil pressure built up, get the engine lubricated.
Take a quick look in here, and I think we should throw the gauge in here for the oil pressure. I don't know. It's okay. It's not dry, but
Oh, to read the oil pressure.
let's just.
Yeah.
I think we should hook up the oil pressure here just to be sure. It's going.
Is
It's
it?
going.
Oh, yeah, what's a 10?
It's moving.
There we go. 10, 20, 30. Come on. Let me get 30. There we go, 30.
Yeah, but I don't want to try to start it either. But it's good. We got oil pressure.
That's good. That's a good sign.
Yeah, once it starts, it's gonna build up more. So I'm not worried about it now. All right, I guess we can.
Can get the actual startup now and get the tape off. Yeah. Get the tape off from the coil pack.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the plug? There it is.
And we're gonna have to plug this vacuum line over here. Otherwise, it's
Where is it? It's over here. The little.
Yeah, his Avila's custom hose. I don't know. I'll talk to him, but I think we can do something probably different than this.
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can convince him to do an aluminum hardline. I don't know if he's gonna like it. I don't know if.
I know he did this.
I don't know if he wants to get rid of this plastic one. It's gonna be a hard choice.
All right, so I guess turn on the
First
ignition.
startup.
Turn on the ignition.
Let's see. Turn the key. Go, good sign. What is that? The throttle body?
Throttle body.
Come on. Nope.
I don't know if he did the fuel lines correctly.
Yeah. Let's check the fuel lines in. Let's check around. No startup.
Yeah, let me see.
See what's going on.
You get.
Let's give it another try. There's a fuel pump. No.
All right.
So just building up pressure. Seemed like the issue.
Get up.
Yeah, so the fuel lines were flipped. Seems like that was the issue. We had the high pressure at the bottom. Oh shit. There it goes. There it goes. Not tons, but you can see the blue smoke coming out of the exhaust. The freshly built engine still has to be broken in, so it makes sense if a little bit of oil gets burnt. Not really a problem, but it sounds really good. It sounds really, really healthy. I mean, it has to. Brand new, fresh motor. I'm looking forward to seeing it actually run and see how it drives, and yeah, let's see how it does. All right, so we're back. What day is it? What day is it now? How many days has this thing been in here?
I lost track, man.
It's been
over a week.
It's been more than a week for sure.
Yeah.
It's been. All right, so slight interruption, but yeah, like as we were saying, it's been a few days since this thing has been here, more than a week. It's a lot of work. It's definitely a lot of work. Imagine, guys, this car was already, I want to say halfway through of what a project should be of an engine swap. Like the engine itself was already mounted and still taking a good amount of time. But let me update you guys, since it's been about 2 days or so where I haven't really recorded much.
And I also want to give a tip to some people out there, because there's one thing we had a couple of issues. We were like, since we didn't put it together, we didn't know, the owner of the car, how to code the bracket for the accessories, which is the alternator, power steering pump, which this car doesn't have. So it was not making a good ground. Like when you try to have your light working in the cluster, it was sending a positive signal. So when you turn on the ignition, it was sending positive signal. So when I come with my tester, I got 1.1 volts of 0.9 volts, which is not enough to cause a problem like a spark or anything, but it was enough to trigger the light not to trigger the light to come on. So that was one thing that we were like, what's going on? Trying to figure it out. Obviously, the alternator wasn't working either. Like the alternator was bad. So it was kind of a couple of things that throw us off that make us, you know, spend more trying to diagnose the problem. And especially when you don't know what's going on. So we end up taking it apart, raise the motor, because obviously the alternator is too tight. So you have to raise the motor up a little bit so we can get the alternator out. This is just, it's just too tight.
Yeah, this cardboard was just to protect the
just
radiator right there.
Protect the radiator,
And
so
remove
when
the alternator.
we didn't damage the radiator.
Yeah. So yeah, when my dad turned the switch, he expected the battery light to be on.
Yeah, it was
that lets you
supposed
know
to show ground, but it was getting a little bit of voltages. So.
Yeah, the light wasn't turning on for some reason, so that just stood out. And then we come over here.
Yeah,
and then for some reason, the alternator wasn't making good ground, but.
Yeah, but even that, you know, that was one issue, but also the alternator was bad. After we figured that out, then the alternator was not sending. It was only sending 8 volts instead of the 14 volts. So we got a new alternator. We got the problem figured it out. Now we got the oil pressure light working, the battery voltage light working, fuel gauge is working. And you know, just everything else is like the way it should be. Also, we
coolant. You say coolant?
All the coolant is all done. It's all bleed. You know, we bleed the system. We did this nice vacuum line in here.
Hardline aluminum.
Hardline. We did this one too in the back for you know, overflow, whatever. So that's done too. We're working in rerouting the harness for the extended harness for the wiper motor. The way they had it, somebody else did this before. They ran it through here across, and it just like it looked ugly. Now it's gonna be kind of hitting underneath.
Be hitting right there. You can't really see it much.
We're gonna wrap it and push it back a little bit, and just, you know, tighten it up. We're also gonna get rid of these things. It's ugly as hell. So
hood latch cable right here.
We're gonna get rid of it. We're gonna reroute it down here. So that's gonna be a lot nicer and cleaner.
Yeah.
Couple other things. That when he mounted this one, I guess he didn't know how exactly it was supposed to be done. The bracket for the clutch cable, so it was kind of twisted. And you know, if it's twisted, if the cable doesn't go in and out straight, eventually it's gonna cause friction and it's gonna break the cable. So we had to take that off and put it back on. So it's kind of
but it's good now.
Fixing a couple of things as he, you know, as he expect us to do. Like he's like, just go over it, and whatever you see it needs to be done, either you know, redo it if it needs to be redone. So that's what we're doing, trying to get everything working. Clutch is done. We're still messing with the shifter tower. We are in the bracket for it. And what else are we doing? I think it's just finish that up, and I think the fuse box, you know, finish taping these up.
Yeah, the shifter box, fuse box for sure, and put the interior back together. Yeah, so that's that. I'm just gonna, the only thing is, I'm working in here. Just want to show you guys real quick the shifter box. Don't forget, when you do this O2A conversion on these Mark 1s, you gotta have this adapter right here. This adapter, pretty much, you can see it lines up right here with some of the holes that already have threads on the body. So we're gonna have one 10 mil here, another 10 mil here to hold the bracket. This adapter plate on there, and then you can actually
mount the
you can bolt
the box
to this adapter. So it's gonna be solid. He didn't have one at all, so it was just hanging there. It wasn't doing anything. So that's the purpose of this. You gotta run something like this when you're doing this O2A conversion. But yeah, I mean, just check out the mess in here, guys.
Yep, still a mess.
Looks like
wrap up those wires.
Looking at the guts of the car just laying all over. This is what it is. This is what it's like when doing a project like this. It's messy, but
yeah,
the end product.
A lot of those wires need to be trimmed, and also we're gonna wrap those wires when we're done, you know.
Yeah.
And also we're gonna hang it with zip ties and make it look tidy. So we're not just gonna leave it.
Yeah. Yeah, just wait. Give us a few more hours into this car, and then you guys are gonna see the
final
transformation, the final product. It's gonna look great. It's gonna look really good. All right, so the car is pretty much wrapped up now, but unfortunately, we got some little bit of bad news. Last night we pretty much left off with the shifter. I mounted up the shifter box with the adapter to mount it onto the chassis, but fortunately, when we started to actually mess with the gears and actually adjusting everything, the shifter tower itself, we couldn't really get it into first gear. At first, we couldn't get it into
reverse.
Well,
Pretty
reverse.
Much over the years, like it was having troubles.
Yeah, mostly first and second gear wasn't well aligned. But once we got it somewhat aligned, because the shifter box was a little sloppy in these new bushings, we just started. Once we actually got the first and second actually lined up, we noticed that the second gear went in fine, and then we had the car in the air. We let the wheel spin. Second gear worked flawlessly. It worked fine, but the problem was the first gear. That gear
grinds like
seems like it's gone. Seems it's pretty much like not even there.
He got the transmission used from someone, and that's what really sucks. When people sell something to you and they say they are working, they're good. You do all these work, all this labor, you put it in to find out the gears are messed up. Basically the gear. First gear it's gone, like it grinds like crazy.
I wonder if we put it in first right now while it's off.
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
I did. I put it in first manually.
And it just grinds. It just grinds. Oh, shoot.
It's nothing with the shifter. It's the actual transmission. No, I triple checked that before.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so that's what sucks. And I mean, this is not my transmission, but it happens to me once already. That I trusted a guy. I bought a transmission. Supposedly had an LSD in it, and it was even the transmission was blown out. So I took it apart and I find out there was no LSD in it, and it was a bad transmission. I paid $600 for that transmission, an 020 transmission, and that's really sucks, like especially some people that are in the community and like they do stuff like that. It just kind of sucks,
Yeah.
Now I don't know where he got this one from, but I'm assuming when he bought it, they told him it was good. I haven't talked to him. We just finished it right now, so he's working. I just gotta give him the bad news. But yeah, I mean, now we're gonna have to take it apart, or he's gonna take it apart and find another transmission. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah.
Put it back together. So.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure he wants to get the car ready for show season, so he still has a good amount of time.
You want to do a little walk around the car for a little bit, like show the interior. Now all this wiring is done.
Yeah. Now that it's all cleaned up, you guys around real quick. You guys have seen the engine bay here the past few days or so, but this is pretty much it. This is the final product right here. We cleaned it up a good amount. He had you guys saw when it first came in here, it didn't have an engine harness. Everything was pretty much just mocked up. But this is it. This is how the engine harness itself sits finally. No more changes to it. You can see back here, it's running towards the back into the cabin back there. Pretty hidden, you can't really see it. And that's pretty much it. It came out really good.
Yeah,
came out really nice.
The dull harness that was going across here, now we got rid of that.
Yeah.
You can't even see it anymore. So that's the way it should be in a Chevy. We got rid of
even the hood latch. The hood latch is gone as well. So
yeah, the way we do it, you just put it out here, put it out, and just open it from there. So.
Yeah. One last look at it. Came out really nice.
And I like this. These little touches, they always make a difference. Got in the line.
Yeah, the hard lines. The coolant pipes over here as well. Small things like that. But yeah, unfortunately that clean transmission has to come out. You guys have seen the car, but one thing we haven't really shown is the interior. The interior, since it's just been taken apart, this is how it actually looks now that it's put together and it's actually clean.
We still he doesn't have the panel, the actual
that one's
the
missing.
knee panel for here, and after that we're gonna mount the OBD2 port. We're gonna mount it on there. I mean, he's probably gonna have to mount it somewhere here, so I just left it here for him to mount it after this is done, because I don't have, this is just preference, like where he wants to mount it.
Yeah, here's the interior. Something different. This color is a little bit different than what you usually see. Of course, it's all leather, completely reupholstered. BBS steering wheel, dashboard, center console as well. Like every single little thing in this interior is leather. Even the door handles, and of course the rear bench is matching as well to match with the front seats. So really nice. You don't see this color. No one really goes with this color. Really, everybody goes with a tan or a black,
Right.
or colors like that. So this is like what I don't know what to call it. This is not the same as the Cabrio. No, this is a little lighter. This one's a little bit more brown.
Yes.
I don't know what color this is.
It's close to the OEM color, which is a little different. You know, the OEM is more like towards the burgundy. But
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little similar to the OEM. You're right. And of course, I always miss this as well. he has the roof cut off as well. He's got a rack top that slides out for those nice summer days. Pretty wild.
Nice wheels. Now
Of
you
course,
can show the wheels.
3-piece snowflakes. Now that the car's on the ground, and pretty sure you guys have seen the BBS livery. And of course, he's got a bunch of little goodies. Call them, what do we call them? Las chacharas. Las chacharas. He's got a few little goodies in the back here. I don't even know what these are for. Maybe air deflectors of some sort.
Yeah.
Really cool. I've never seen these ever. Never seen these on any other car.
Cami. This is nice.
Cami spoiler. This another hatch spoiler right here. This is a Foja.
Yeah,
Foja. Never heard of this brand. It's really nice too.
It's got the small
Let me see.
small bumpers.
Small bumpers, smoke tails,
Euro
the
tail lights.
Golf heck blend. And of course, he's got these lights are just for hauling the car around. Yeah, and
The hood
I think he also
spoiler.
hood spoiler too. And one thing I wish he had in the car was
The front.
the front spoiler, the Cami. What is it? For he just got the large duckbill on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got the front end in his house with the small bumper and the spoiler. So yeah.
Yeah, there's the entire car one more time. Let me go back here. We get a better view. There's the car one more time. Unfortunately, it's already nighttime, so we can't even take the car out, and it's way too loud to be. And no first gear either.
Yeah.
No first gear. It's dark out, so we can't take it for a drive. Maybe some other time when we catch up with Avila some other day.
I just love these 12 volts motors. The BR6 is just like, you know, I know a lot of people complain they're too heavy for the car, but I don't think they are. Just a little bit heavier than the stock, but with the torque and everything, it just.
I disagree with them. Like we both, I think people who say that probably have never driven one.
Probably.
I think so.
Probably.
Because I think it drives amazing, especially the Rabbit with the 3.6 is a little bit heavier. It handles amazing, and the tail of the Dragon every year we take it handles really, really good.
Yeah, but that thing is like we have done a lot of work to make it work.
Yeah.
It's not just throwing the motor like
Yeah,
we
no,
did
definitely
a lot
not.
of suspension work and all of that kind of stuff
Yeah.
to make it handle better.
I mean, yeah, of course.
But this is better. This is manageable. Like the 12 volt, they only have like 160 horsepower, 170, something like that to the wheels.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're just great for the car.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people say, like, oh, why don't you guys do a 180 and stuff? It's just like it's pretty much the same weight as this. I know with the 180s, you get a little more power off of those engines than the VR6s, but with the turbo, you have to wait until build a boost, and when the power comes on, the power band is not like with us, with the torque and the power band and the 12 volt. It's just great for the car. The 180s, they have more power. They put more power down, but it's still, it's just. I think it just isn't. The power is not that manageable like it is with the 12 volts. And the VR6 noise it's just like I don't think it's any other engine out there that can be that noise.
Yeah.
In the Volkswagens.
Yeah. Also, an update on the Mark II GLI giveaway. We're pretty much at 80% of all entries sold, guys. So just to remind you guys, go get your entries. We're almost out. We're hoping to announce the winner by the end of this month. If we have to, we'll push it out a week or two into April. The plan is end of this month, hopefully, if all entries are sold like we're planning. So get yours. You guys already know, ev-garage.com. Every item you buy on there gives you 5 opportunities to win the car, guys. With 2K on top.
2K
I always
on top,
forget to mention the 2K on top. That's a big deal.
It comes with $2,000 cash. So
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with the taxes, delivery,
whatever. Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, for people out of town, that will help for the transporter as well, for sure.
Yeah.
But
If
yeah,
you're local, get to bag that money,
Mhm.
put it in your pocket.
Yeah, it's $2,000 more. So
Yeah.
for all of the guys that have been supporting and sharing, all of our stuff, which is great, feels good. Make us wants to do it again. So
Yeah, definitely.
That's where
Got
we're at.
something bigger
Mhm.
and better lined up for the next one, guys.
yeah, something better.
Yep.
If you guys think this is cool, wait until you see what's coming.
At least we think it's cool. At least
I
we
think so. No, I mean it is cool. I think it's cool, and the plans we have for it, I think it's gonna be a good project. It's gonna be a good car, and I think a lot of people will like the idea. So, hopefully, at least that's what we're hoping.
Gonna wrap it up for this one, guys. Thanks again, once again, for tuning in.
Thank
Hope
you,
you guys
guys.
like the project. Let us know what you guys think about it. I think it turned out incredible. As always, Ivil always has some super, super nice stuff. So
Yeah.
This definitely reflects what he has. So it's really nice, and I hope he likes it. We'll see what he says when he picks it up in a few hours. So
He will be happy for sure. I know he will.
yeah,
But anyways,
that's gonna be it, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out.